Good day, YouTube. It is the 3rd of March, 2023, and this is the third of the three lawn tractors that I picked up all together. Drove dang near to the Portland area, as I call it, to get them. This is an old Murray. It's got a Briggs engine in it, 12.5 horse, overhead valve, so it's not real old school. It's kind of dirty. But we're going to do Will It Run, because my brother-in-law is looking for a mower. Maybe this is just the machine for him. So it's got some wires hanging out here. We're not really sure what they do and why they're hanging. But we're going to see if it will run. It does not have a fuel solenoid. So as long as its ignition is not grounded out, it should fire up. Let's make sure we don't got critters. Kind of gross, really gross. Air filter, take it out. Chuck some oil. Pretty low. Let's put some oil in this thing. At least get it to the add mark, right? That should do it. So the battery in this thing took a charge, best I could tell, when I first got it. We're hoping there's enough juice in it to crank this over. So the key is in on position. We didn't get it to do anything. So I've hooked the jumper cables up to the battery that's in it. We're going to go straight to the starter with it and see if it does anything. Find a non-rusty bolt. Airbox is gross. Alright, let's do this. What do you see? Yeah, back up. Contact. Oh, the deck is trying to turn. Does that stop it? Nope. So I'd say the deck belt is glued, rusted. Might have to get in there. Yeah. Alright, we got to free that up. Alright, I think we got it freed up from the mower deck. I don't know how much juice that battery's got, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll get a better one if it don't work. Okay. We'll be back with a better battery. Alright, we got a better battery. The gas smells like gas. It's a little yellow, but okay. Better battery. Take 2. This should crank much better than that. Wonder if the blades are turning. Alright, the blades aren't turning. That's a good thing. I've moved the ground connection closer to the starter. That helped. Let's throw a little starting fluid in here. I'd say my can is running low. See, that does. Here we go. Take 3. Okay. Let's see if we can unplug the ignition ground. If we can find it. Here it is. But unplug this main connector. Oh boy. Gonna need a screwdriver. So I unplugged the main harness that had the black kill wire in it. So that should free up the ignition, I think. Here we go again. Might have to get a spark checker. Try this one more time. Oh yeah. Take the choke off. Gonna run. Let's try this again. Little starting fluid. Chokeage. You don't have this much trouble coming back. Come on, buddy, let's do this. Quarter throttle, here we go. I think here's what we got. We know it'll run. Evidently have some carburetor issues. You think? So I think we'll go online and see about getting a carburetor for this thing, and then we'll make it run good. We'll catch up with you when we got some parts. Alright guys, it's been a few days, but we're back on this Murray because my brother-in-law wants it, so we got to get it going, get it cleaned up. I have sprayed this thing down with Westie's white wall cleaner. That's because, well, that's what I use for cleaning. It's a good degreaser. This thing is filthy yucky. I mean, it is bad. Look how bad this is. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, we got it all sprayed down. It'll clean up pretty good. Quick trip to the car wash. I'll show you what it looks like when we get it back. We'll put it in the shop and we'll get this thing running. I ordered a carburetor for it. It's supposed to be here today. The deck looks good underneath all that dirt. We'll get that dirt blasted off of there and we'll get a little closer look. My brother-in-law is going to want to put a hitch on it, so it's got this grass catcher apparatus on it. that should work good. It's got the battery's February 21 ship date, so it's probably pretty good. I know it's got some wiring issues. We'll try to get through that. We'll get everything fixed that I need to get fixed, and then he can finish the, you know, the cosmetics and such. I noticed when I picked it up that the fenders were flapping, but I think there's a piece missing here, and it was actually sitting on another tractor I got at the same place. I bought 3 at a time, and so I have that piece. I didn't throw it away, and that's what's missing. I don't know why it's missing. Maybe that's, you got to take it off, get the battery in and out. That's what it looks like. Anyway, we got that piece. We'll get it fixed. All right, let's go to the car wash. Well, after $10 at the car wash, we got most of the dirt off of it. Seems like you always want to, like, go back and do it again. But I was trying to get the paint off of the headlights because somebody spray painted flat black on the headlights. A lot of it came off, but we'll keep working on that a little bit, I guess. That's a booger weld if I ever seen one. Holy smokes. But it came out pretty good, I guess. What's a clear coat coming off, or somebody repainted, or what? This thing can't be that old. It's in the neighborhood of a 2004 because we ran the numbers on the engine. It comes back September of 03. Again, the deck looks good. A little bit of surface rust going on there underneath all the dirt. If you guys keep those things cleaner, that wouldn't happen. I think the deck blades spun, the belts looked good, tires look good. I got the little compressor running so we can top these tires off, make it a little easier to push. The front ones are a little low, but they are holding air for the most part. Got the engine as clean as I could get it. That's pressure washer for a first pass anyway. If Mike wants it any cleaner than that, he can get his toothbrush up, clean it himself. How's that? All right, let's get this thing pumped up a little bit. We'll get it off the trailer, and we'll get it in the shop up on the lift, and we'll start going through it. So we got some wiring to sort out. I don't know if the solenoid's missing or why that larger wire is just sitting there. I don't know. Anyway, we know it's going to run. We're just wait for our carburetor to show up and so forth, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. All right, well, we got it in the shop. I've been fiddling with the wiring, trying to figure things out a little bit. So shortened up some cables that were way too long, put some new ends on some wires that needed them, cleaned up the battery terminals, put the battery charger back on. That battery's good. It was still at 90% according to the charger, so we'll just top it off for our efforts. Couldn't get it to start with the key, so we've been kind of troubleshooting that. And I unplugged the seat switch, is already gone. The brake switch, I've got a jumper in it right now. You can see it right there. But I can plug that back in. So this stuff's kind of checking out. I pulled this cowl, or this dash, off so I could get the ignition switch out of it. And that is the problem. The ignition switch is shot. So yeah, we crimped a new end on the starter end. I can jumper wires on the connector that plugs into the ignition switch and make her crank. But the ignition switch won't make it crank. I have a similar switch on the shelf, but it's different. I went to Amazon. I ordered one. Be here a couple days. In the meantime, we can just throw a jumper on to get it to fire. Like I said, the carburetor should be here today, probably at my house right now. So I think I'll start pulling the engine cover off and look forward to getting that carburetor put on. The gas doesn't smell terrible, but I don't think there's much in it, so we'll probably drain it out, clean out that tank best we can. And I mean, even the fuel line looks pretty good. In fact, it looks really good. Nice and pliable and such. So, yeah. Let's get started on that. We'll get things kind of cleaned up and get ready for tomorrow when we get parts. If you haven't pulled these engine covers before, there's 2 bolts in the back, 2 bolts in the front. You don't have to take them all the way out because the holes are slotted, but you got to take them out a ways. Sometimes there's one down in here. We'll pull this air cleaner out of here one last time. It is a disgusting mess, but I left it in there to keep debris out. We can throw it out now. Got a new one coming. I don't think there is one down there. Yep, comes right off. Alright, no nests. Oh, but we got a really dirty engine. And these are air cooled, so that's not cool. Gotta get that clean. So get your favorite long screwdriver. A real long screwdriver. And we gotta clean this crud out. It's not as bad. It was mostly spider webs and such. Okay, so we'll get the big stuff. We'll blow it all out. Clean it out best we can. Yep. Tried to degrease this engine a little bit, but you know what? You can only get so much at the car wash. So we'll get it blowed out. You wonder how the shop gets to be such a mess. About to show you. You get the idea. Well, should we pull this carburetor off of there? It's a 7/16 socket, gonna take the nuts off. We need a long nose pliers to take the clamp off and a 5/16 bolt to shove in that fuel line so we don't get gas all over the place. If you don't own some of these, get you some. Harbor Freight. Oh yeah. Leave them and we put it back together. One nut. There's a vent tube that goes into this little intake port thing there. Set that aside. Oh yeah, we gotta pull these studs out. Typically they're 8mm. Let's see if these are. 8mm. That wasn't very tight, I'm telling. Be interesting to take the carburetor bowl off of it, see how bad it is. Alright, carefully. Let's see. You always got to look and see which ones you want to pull off of there first. So I think the throttle. Now we got that little spring. Carefully take it off. You usually got to get the long nose pliers out. There we go. And then the carburetor needs to kind of bend this way. to get that one out, and the other way to get the choke out. Right. Should we take it apart real quick? See what's in it? See what makes it tick? How much crud's in there? We couldn't get it to take any fuel, so I'm kind of thinking that the needle and seat are stuck shut, but we'll see. Alright. A Phillips screwdriver, I think. I just don't fiddle with these anymore if I don't have to. I've had such good luck with aftermarket. They're so inexpensive. Wow, really tight. Let me fight those. Man, I had to put it in the vise and put the vice grips on it. They were tight. What do you think? I think the needle is stuck and there's just a little bit of yuck in the bottom. That's what I think. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a lot of fuel stabilizer. Yeah. Wow. Yep. Well, there you go. Pump gas does not go into any of my piece of power equipment. Actually, the needle and seat are free. This carburetor is probably very savable. So, well, I'm not going to do anything with it, but I am not going to throw it away either. We'll just put it back together. Put it on the shelf for another day. Alright, had to see it, right? Alright, I think I'll just clean up some parts just a little bit, and I might run home and see if the carburetor's here. Alright, I don't think we've got a carburetor delivered yet. So while we're waiting, maybe we can pull this gas tank out. We're this close. I've got this all loose anyway. I think it just comes out. I think it just comes out. Could be wrong. Oh, it has to pull this way. Come on. Can't be that hard. It might need a little bit of coaxing. It fits in there quite uniquely. It should pop right out. Oh, that really helps. There we go. Now we can dump it out and clean it up and put it back in. Clean inside and out. Alright guys, we got the tank cleaned up. We got it back in. Got the fuel line cleaned up. I am reusing it. It's in really good shape. I put a new filter screen in line there. We cleaned up the engine there at best. Well, not the best we could do better, but it's good enough. So that's good to go. And then no sooner did I finish that, and I got a little message on my email from Amazon that says my carburetor has arrived. Actually, I got 2 of them because I got a couple projects going on. So got the carburetor kit. It was on Amazon. It was between 20 and 25 bucks, something like that. Had really good luck with them. We'll roll with it. Came with a spark plug and an air filter, which we needed. Fuel filter, which I grabbed one off the shelf. Let's put this carburetor on the machine and let's hear it run. I don't have no gas in the tank. I would just I washed it out after I drained it out. So it's going to be spotless clean, which will be real good there. Zoom me in a little. Let's get this done. Oh, yeah. Hope it's right. Hope it's right. Oh, yeah. All right. So, linkage goes on the opposite way it came off. So, this might be easier to just pull this out and stick that in there like that. Like so. Go this way. There we go. Gotta hook in that itty bitty spring. There we go. Let it hang there for a minute. I guess I could have cleaned these bolts off a little bit. What was that? I was just goofing off or something there. Let me wipe them off just a little. There we go. You could do a nicer job cleaning the bolts. How's that? Yep. Get the other one ready. I don't know what's on them. They're a little sticky. Okay. Get them close, give the throttle a little flippy. Make sure it's not hanging up on a gasket or nothing. This one's good to go. Take your 8mm long deep socket. Run them up even. You're going to torque them to click. Click. I don't know, 25 inch-pounds, something like that. Don't quote me. Look it up. Look it up. Wow, I cleaned everything but this. Dang. What was I doing? All right, took it to the parts washer. It's clean now. It ain't perfect, but it's good. Get that hose on there. Oh, yeah. Want to hear this baby run. We had it running, right? Earlier in the video, but that was like a few days ago. Yep. I'll have to put some gas in it. Alright, I guess I'm getting on ethanol. Click. Click. Where's my pliers? There they are. What are they doing over here? Dang it. Dang it. These are the best pliers for these clamps, though. Somebody's car sounds like crap. If I can coordinate here. All right. Let's put some gas in this thing. There we go. It should start right up. I'd say yes. Okay, here we go. I got a jumper wire that I'm gonna have to use because again, we don't have an ignition switch. I don't know if the ignition's grounded out or not. I just don't know. Also don't know how to shut it off. How would I shut it? Oh, I'll just choke out the carburetor. There we go. We have a plan now. Okay, so I know this is the hot terminal and this is the start one. Here we go. Ooh. I'm gonna take choke off. Starter works good. Choke back on. What's going on? I see stuff coming out the exhaust. Again, we don't know the history on this engine at all. Choke is closed. Yep. The linkage is working properly. I'm going to back it way off in case I have flooded it. And the starter are good. I tell you what, let me swap the spark plug out because I haven't a clue what it looks like. Houston, we have a problem. Can you see that? I believe the piston has hit that spark plug and beat it to the electrode. It's brand new-ish. It didn't have a washer either. Dang. It was also real hard to get out. You can see the threads are a little weird. I need to look up, see what this thing's supposed to have for a spark plug. It's not. That's an AC Delco something or other. Holy crud. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, right here on the side of the machine actually says spark plug 5066. And that crosses to one of those 12YCs. Let's run out to the small engine shed, see what we got. It's always good to stock a bunch of stuff, and I've been doing real good about stocking the stuff I needed. This is the spark plug that came in that kit. I just never use them. I keep them, I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe if I get real desperate, I don't even know if I get a cross-reference number on them, but I do got a little pile right up here of these Sparky plugs. But the Champion RC12YC, oh yeah, we got lots of them. We got lots of them. And the NGK, that's the NGK variant of these, but I think it's the bigger. I think these are take a 5/8 socket. These take a 13/16. Yep. And then oil filters I've stocked recently. Got the Briggs filters and the Kohler filters, and those are Briggs filters and such. So yeah, air filters. This is a long version of the one we just got for this machine we're working on. But yeah, fuel filters. Oh yeah, and some oil and such. Never have to leave to go get parts. That's the key. All right. Hi, snappers. Hi, John Deere Corral. How many people want to see me get after this? It's been sitting in here for years now. I really want to get it running. This little 8-horse rider. I got the deck out here somewhere for it. Hard rubber tires and such. Cutest little thing. Cutest little thing. I think the engine has spit a seat, a valve seat. Anyway, I digress. So I don't care if they say they're pre-gapped or whatever, but you always want to gap these at 30. That's about 32. Good enough. Close enough. Oh, I hope it didn't hurt anything. Let me... Shorter ratchet. It was also really tight, and there was no washer on it. Dang. So I guess it could have been the correct plug, but without the washer it was too long. I don't know. I got to ratchet it all the way in though. So I think the threads are okay, but they're a little more than just a finger to put them in. Okay, you don't need to kill them. Really snug is really good. Okay. I bet with a gap in the plug, it works better. I might have to add that to my list of things I do before we try to start stuff, is check the spark plug. I always check air filters and check oil and stuff like that. The spark plug wasn't really on the list, but it is now. Alright, well I'm glad you guys were along to see that. Let's try no choke, because there's probably lots of gas in there. Got a little tweaking to do, I think. I think the coil might be a little bit close on the flywheel there. You saw me cleaning up the flywheel a little bit while it was running with some Scotch-Brite. It acted like it maybe was missing a little bit. It could have valves hanging up. It probably just needs to run, get a couple heat cycles in it. We'll change the oil, do stuff like that. But hey, I think it's going to run pretty good. It's going to be a pretty good little machine. I did try the blades, and they are stuck at the moment. So we'll have to get those oiled up, freed up, etc. Need to do some cleaning and get this thing back together. Might just do another kind of finish up video. But I think we resurrected it. I think it's a good place to stop this video. We got it running. We found some issues. It's not that common. But I think we're going to make it live. Guys, gals, appreciate you coming to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification so you know when we post other videos. We're doing quite a few videos a week here because we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done. As you can see out there, we got a couple that are almost done. One's done, one's almost done, and that yellow one needs some deck work done. So they'll be coming up shortly. But want to get this one done for my brother-in-law and get him off and running with it. Guys, thanks again. Thumbs up on the way out. We'll catch you on the next video. All right, this is like a little encore here. So I did readjust the magneto. Just loosen up those two screws, slip a business card between there and the flywheel, push it in, and then tighten it up. It was too close. And the other thing was the choke was not opening. Linkage is a little sticky. Work on that. So the choke, I'll clean those linkage up, and that'll work much better. And that was causing it to flood out. So I got that done. Got the carburetor adjusted. I just want you to hear it running properly instead of running all choked out. So shouldn't need choke started. It's all warmed up. Here we go. Gotta choke it and choke it. To kill it. Till we get some ignition switch. Alright guys, that's it. We're out. Alright Facebook, this is a 2004 Murray. It's a 12.5 horse 38-inch cuts for my brother-in-law Mike. It's one I picked up. I bought 3 tractors in the Portland area and brought them back. Hubbard actually, I think. And got a new ignition switch ordered for this one. Just put a new carburetor on it. Got it tuned up. We just got some fine tuning to do, and we'll clean it up, put it back together tomorrow. But she's running. First time in gosh knows how many years. Got to jump the little wire. There you go.